Fantastic Four came out with a sequel, believe it or not. The 2005 crew, the Ewan Griffith, Jessica Alba, Michael Chiklis, Chris Evans, they came back for one more go, or I should say for another go, because they thought they were going to get a third one. But this movie put a stop to their tracks. And what happened? Well, today I'm going to talk about it. This episode movie breakdowns when I review Fantastic Four: The Rise of the Silver Surfer. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Zakka. And what is Movie Breakdowns? Movie Breakdowns is a movie review series where we look at new and old movies, give them a grade A through F, plus and minuses due count. And there a movie you want me to review, let me know. Please put in the comment section, and I'll try to get to it as best I can. Also, I have a Patreon, and on this Patreon, you get bonus content such as trailer reactions, trailer reviews, my first thoughts on movies. Also, you get first come, first serve. So if there's a movie you want me to watch and review, you put it on Patreon, I get to it as best I can, and you get releases before they come out on Facebook and YouTube. Now let's go ahead and get to Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. First thoughts on this movie, let me tell you. Okay, I haven't seen this movie in years. I bought this movie on DVD probably high school. I think the last time I watched this movie, so about 10 years ago. The movie came out in 2007. I got the DVD probably around 2009, 2010. And I don't remember much in the movie. I remember the ending being bad. I remember Galactus wasn't in the movie. You know what he was? They made him a dust cloud. And I was like, what the heck is this? One, you can't even show us a hand or some big dude face or something. No, you showed us a dust cloud. And then I swear to Bob that Doctor Strange does the same thing, but Doctor Strange does a little bit better. So in the end of this movie, they're in China. And Doctor Strange, they're in China. Doctor Strange goes fight Dormammu, who is pretty much like a galactic cloud. But you see his face and he's talking, but he's like, he has like a wave in his face kind of thing. And then in this movie, Surfer flies up into the sky and fights a giant cloud that is Galactus. And I was like, did Doctor Strange take that from Fantastic Four: Rise of the Surfer? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why?
Why?
But I hope they didn't. But if they did, that's tragic. But it worked for Doctor Strange. This movie does not work, and the reason why is because the CGI is worse than the first one. I kid you not. I kid you not. It was worse than the first one. So the first one didn't have that much CGI. Like, it had CGI in it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it didn't have that much. No, it had CGI in it, but it had the appropriate amount of CGI I felt like for what you needed for the Fantastic Four. This one, at the end, the whole final fight, it's just pure CGI. It is really, it is god awful. And then the movie gets dark, so you can't really see much of anything, and it's just like, oh, it's just, oh god. And you can tell in the studio too, cause like there's Doctor Doom gets, oh yeah, he's back, by the way. He died in the first one, he came back in this one. He appears, he's on Silver Surfer's board. And when he looks over and talks to the Fantastic Four, as they're trying to tell him, hey, Doom, get off the board, because, you know, Galactus is coming and he is worse than what you are. Doom's like, I'm not getting off this board. But when he's sitting there, it's like he's not moving, he's just standing. And I was like, they could have done better. Once again, you could have done better. There's so many other movies out before this movie. I don't want to go to the list. I feel like I do this every single time. You could have done better. You could have done better. Who's rooting for you? Who's rooting for you?
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Oh, and you got a sequel. You had 2 goes at this. 2 goes. The first one wasn't bad. Like, the first one is bad, but it's fun to watch. This one's not that fun to watch compared to the other one. Like, this one, you have to really force yourself to watch it, and then you start wondering about things that's going on. So, in this movie, Human Torch is more the main focal point. He's the one who gets affected. He's going through the issues now. So, Thing going through the issues in the first one, and this one is Chris Evans' turn. And everybody has a boo thing. Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm are getting married, so there's another storyline going on with the marriage. Everybody's talking about the marriage. Are they going to do it? Apparently, Reed Richards and Sue Storm has had 4 times now. This is the 5th one. They're trying to host a wedding, and something happens every time. And this one, Silver Surfer happens that causes them to stop their wedding. And Johnny Storm goes after Silver Surfer. He goes after him, which is a pretty cool chase scene. Like, it's pretty cool to watch. They go all throughout, New York and a little bit through the East Coast and kind of around the world. No, yeah, this one they go around the world. No, did they go to the? No, they don't go to the pyramids in this one. They just up the East Coast. They go to the Washington Monument. They go to that one, but. Yeah, they're chasing each other. It's a pretty cool chase scene. Like, Surfer goes through, he's a blimp, like he's covered in light, and then he goes to a building, he reveals himself as a surfer, and Johnny goes, that's pretty cool, which is a pretty cool scene, like him coming out of the building like that. And they interact with it. Anyway, Surfer stops Johnny, says enough, and lets him go. And Johnny, because he got touched by the Surfer, can now change his powers with anybody. He can power swap with people, which was kind of a cool concept. I give him props on that one. It's a cool concept there. And Johnny really has become not become a hothead anymore, which I don't think he ever was. Like, he was a hothead, but he never was one that really put the team at risk. There's one scene in this movie they try to make him put the team at risk, and he touched Reed Richards and falls to the ground and as a giant rubber band man, which looks really nasty, really gross CGI there. Just did not look good. Like, video game graphics, man. Video game graphics. I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, that's just second chance. Second chance. But yeah, so he's able to switch powers with everybody. So there's a scene where he switched with Sue Storm and he goes invisible, but Sue goes on fire. And there's a scene where he switched with the Thing, and so he becomes a rock. And there's a scene where he switched with Mr. Fantastic. So it kind of leading up that he can swap powers with everybody. When he gets to the final fight scene at the end where he gets everybody's powers, which once again, not a bad concept. It just wasn't done well. It wasn't done well. The CGI didn't do it justice. The concept made sense. And they kept trying to make it like, you're a hot shot. You need to be a team player. But Johnny, besides that one scene where he was going after the Surfer himself, and he was also mad at Reed and Sue, because he heard them over talking about how they're going to put everything away and just move together and get away from all this and not bring them along. He was mad about that for a quick scene, which for some reason it's a really hilarious scene where the general goes, what the hell is wrong with you people? Is that supposed to be a joke? I don't get it. This movie, that's another problem this movie have. It didn't know if it wanted to be funny or serious. The tone of the movie didn't play off each other. Like, they did not know if they want to be serious or funny at certain scenes, and it really hurt this movie. So there's certain parts of the movie where they're having fun and they're going out doing things, and jokes are made and some very corny stuff, like the dance off at the beginning of the movie, the Thing burping, some really corny stuff. And then they have the serious stuff where Johnny, you need to be a team player. What's wrong with you? Oh, what's this about family? How dare you not tell us anything? That kind of stuff that it didn't know what it wanted to be. And when that stuff happened, it really didn't. They still kind of try to crack jokes, but the jokes didn't land. It just didn't know. It just didn't know. But back to Johnny. So they try to make him feel like he needs to be the one to step up. And throughout the movie, they never really showed him really, beside that one scene, being a hothead where he's putting everybody else in danger. He's always been a guy who's like, yeah, I'm a little arrogant, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I got your back. Ben, I got your back. I got your back, Sue. I got your back, Reed. He always been there for everybody. So I don't understand why they should make a big stress of him. Maybe they should show him doing more things on his own at the beginning of the movie, and that way it would make more sense. yeah, he's single and he's a bachelor, but at the same time, it doesn't really show that like he's a bad guy or it's like a solo guy. That's what they try to portray, like, oh, he's single, so he's solo. Like, The Thing had Kerry Washington character who is Alicia Masters. Like, she and The Thing are a thing, but she and The Thing are a thing. That's funny. They're a relationship and they're together. And you know, Reed and Sue are obviously getting married in this movie. So they also, another thing I want to talk about too is that they try to make this Invisible Woman movie, or a movie about, you know, Reed and Sue Storm getting married. But as the movie progresses, that becomes more and more in the background. They don't just like, okay, try to get married, but it's nothing really about that that you care about. Like, you don't care about the fact they try to get married. Like, okay, the Silver Surfer's main thing, that's why you can't watch this movie. The Silver Surfer's in this movie. You don't care about the fact they're trying to get married. And they don't really talk about it either until the very, very end of the movie, where they have a wedding again. And there's no, like, in Fantastic Four 1, they had some tension, like, okay, we've broken up, but why we got broken up? In this movie, there's no tension between those two. So therefore, the fact they try to get married and the Surfer's happening and making everything go haywire doesn't really put tension on them. They don't, like, there's not fighting amongst them. They're just like, oh, we gotta stop the Surfer now because he's here. Good. Alright, so we don't really need to care about the wedding, marriage, well, add words together. Really care about the wedding because we know it's gonna happen. Also, because Surfer's on the planet and he's causing everything to go haywire and like changing climates and doing different stuff, he wakes Dr. Doom for some reason, who was supposed to be dead. He got melted, literally melted in the first movie, and he wakes up and then was able to move and able to like break free. That this guy's thought he was a sculpture, so he's taking him out of the chamber he was in. Dr. Doom wakes up and pretty much like finds the Surfer, has the Surfer shoot him, so he heals completely, because the Surfer has the ability to bring the dead to life and heal them. And they decided to join the Fantastic Four with the government. The government asked Fantastic Four to track down the Surfer, so he joins the government, joined the Fantastic Four for the moment, so they can capture the Surfer. He realized the board has the power, so he gets on the board and becomes powerful, got the power of the Surfer. And he's there, and the Fantastic Four has to stop him. So, but he doesn't need to be in this movie. The fact that Dr. Doom comes to this movie just as, like, the Surfer, which I get it, he's a good guy in the comic books, but him being the antagonist is good enough. We don't need Dr. Doom in this movie, but yeah, he's there. Okay, and they're leading to really bad CGI. I guess because they didn't want to bring Galactus to Earth, or make Galactus, I guess he's a giant character, but I guess they didn't want to bring Galactus to the size of a human being. You could have played that off. I don't think people would have got mad about that. Heck, Spider-Man shoots out of his body versus the web cartridge that he does in the comic book. I don't think people really been that upset if you make Galactus the size of like Apocalypse, like not Apocalypse, but Darkseid. Like you made him like Darkseid in DC, like just Galactus just like, I'm gonna come down to Earth, I'm gonna wreck stuff and destroy stuff, but I also want to do the size of a human. Like, oh, why not? You can do some mumbo jumbo. I don't give a crap. But the fact you brought Dr. Doom in here just to get in the way, and then you do a death scene. You have Dr. Doom pretend to kill Sue Storm, so you do a death scene there. And I think, yeah, that's why, because they had the death scene and Silver Surfer brings Sue Storm back to life. They need a reason for you to care, but we don't care that she died. We don't care that Sue Storm died, unfortunately. We just don't care. There's nothing in the movie that makes you feel like they was at risk at all. At all. Man. Also, I know I'm going on a rant here, but another thing I want to talk about is why the Surfer decided to help out the heroes instead of, doing his mission. It was because that Sue Storm reminded him of his wife. So he saw her, got enamored, and was like, you remind me of my wife, so I can't destroy this planet because you remind me of my wife. And Reed, apparently you're marrying her, so you better make sure she's okay. So I can't destroy this planet. Even though I was going to destroy it, so bent on destroying this planet, and she's like, you don't have to do this, you know, you don't have to do this. I gotta save my own planet. She's like, you can change all this. So apparently, oh no, he doesn't die. But apparently they had another fake out. Good lord, they had two. Where Silver Surfer goes up and pretty much destroys, like a cosmic bomb, and destroys Galactus. And at the end of the movie, he's floating through space and his eyes wake up. So like, oh, he's not dead. And they thought they was making the third one. They thought they were making a three. You guys messed up. You blew it with this one. You blew it. By the way, the CGI, like I said, CGI is bad. Like that final fight scene was god awful. Like Act 1 and 2 are not as bad. Act 2 is kind of dry. 1, you're trying to pick it up, but it really just stays stagnant and then just kind of like falls flat, like completely off. But CGI, like Surfer didn't look good at all to me. Like every time I kept seeing him, I was like, man, he just does not look. The metallic CGI you trying to do here does not look good. It does not look good on his character. What are you guys doing? So CGI, really the final fight scene, I can't really explain it. So Johnny Storm gets everybody's ability. He gets everybody's power. He's like, I'm going to step up and take this one for the team. And he takes everybody's power. He takes the power of invisibility, the power from Mr. Fantastic stretch, and power from things so he can fly and but turn rock and do everything. Like he's all in one. Kind of like, I can't think of the guy's name right now. He's a Creed, but he's like has all the powers of the Fantastic Four. Oh, what's his name? Sorry guys, he wasn't a Creed. It's actually, he's a Skrull, a Super Skrull. So he has all the power. He's a super villain of the Fantastic Four that has all the powers of the Fantastic Four. Well, Johnny Storm pretty much becomes that character in the end of this movie, and he beats Dr. Doom that way. Also with the help from Michael Chiklis, who's now normal again, and he jumps into a crane and hits Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doom pretty much falls off the board. And then Surfer gets back on his board and fights a giant dust cloud that is Galactus. And that's how the movie ends. Oh, but the wedding's at the end too. They get married. Fantastic. Or Mr. Reed and Sue Storm gets married, so she's now Sue Reed. Yeah, that's the movie. That's the movie. I don't know what to say about this movie. It's boring. It's not good. There are scenes where like Mr. Fantastic steps up. I do give him props for Mr. Fantastic stepping up. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get into characters right now. So Mr. Fantastic in this movie, played by Ioan Gruffudd, he has more cojones. He steps up. He's telling what he wants. He talks what he wants. He's not being the meek guy he was in the first movie. Is an issue, he's stepping up for it. If something goes wrong, he's stepping up for it. He's telling people to shut up. He's telling people to get in the way. Like, he is being the leader of the group. He is now the Leonardo of the group. Serious. We gotta get stuff done. Alright, let's do this. He still has the whole, like, I can't stray away from work, but let's do this kind of thing. And the beginning of the movie, he kind of has a whole little jokey thing where he goes to at the bachelor party and starts dancing, which is not, the CGI is also bad in that. But, you know, the rest of the movie, he's like more straightforward, like, we gotta get this done. I'm stepping up to you. We're doing it my way. Get out the way, guys. Jessica Alba, who plays Sue Storm. Once again, a bit back to this. Ioan Gruffudd, thought he did great. Jessica Alba, once again, I thought she did great too. I actually didn't mind their acting in this movie. Matter of fact, the acting in this movie didn't bother me from anybody. Really, to be honest, I didn't mind it. Besides some of the side characters who are just extras, but you know, Sue Storm here, I do go almost in every video. Sue Storm here, who played by Jessica Alba, for some reason they gave Jessica Alba a blonder wig and brighter blue eyes that she did not need. Her design in the first movie was perfect. This right here, like, why are you guys doing that? And I'm not sure who complained about her not being blonde enough, but the super blonde was unnecessary. But I thought she did okay, besides just her costume design was a little off. It was really distracting after watching the first one and then watching this one. You're like, whoa, what's going on here? Michael Chiklis as a thing, he's kind of there. He does a great job, but he's there. He's not really a main focal point, unlike the first movie. So he does great. And then Chris Evans as Human Torch, he does great too. Like, good job. And this will help him lead to pretty much get him becoming Captain America, because he does a great job in this role. And I was like, oh, why not have him be Captain America? Julian McMahon as Dr. Doom. He's back. He did good too. Like, I didn't mind him. it also makes no sense that they brought Dr. Doom in, which knowing that he is a bad guy. So like, okay. Also, nobody ever asked how you get alive, how you become alive again. Like what? Bring my laptop up over here because there's other characters I gotta talk about here. Andre Braugher, who played General Hager, he was okay. He was the general. For some reason, they had him lock. The script didn't make sense. The writing at certain points didn't make sense. Like, why did he lock up the Fantastic Four and put them in a mini jail like they was the bad guys? Like, they was there. They helped them find the surfer and you lock them up. Okay, but he was okay. And then Kerry Washington, who played Alicia Masters, she was okay. Doug Jones, who played the Silver Surfer, body-wise, he was cool. Like, I didn't mind the design. Besides the CGI in the middle metallic, but he's a gray dude, like silver dude. Like, you can't really, a bald headed silver dude. Okay. And then Lawrence Fishburne voices Silver Surfer. I didn't know that for some reason. I didn't hear the voice, but he voices the Silver Surfer. That's a pleasant surprise in this movie. A very good pleasant surprise. Okay, any extra thoughts before I dive into is a Friday Night movie? No, the music is of its time. The music's of its time. Music 2007. What I think Apple Bottom Jeans is playing as they're in the club. Like, what more do you want? CGI is still horrible. It's still horrible CGI, and the third act is all CGI, which does not do this movie any justice. There's still time we see the green screen in the background, which still is. You had 2 years, guys. Get your stuff together. The storyline, the main storyline makes sense, but how they got to it and execution of it wasn't good. It wasn't good. What else I want to talk about here? That's about it. Alright. Is this a Friday Night movie? Nope. Grading time. Grading this movie. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer is a D-. This movie, I only think giving a D- because the actors in it did a great, the actors in it did a great job. They acted better than they did in the first one, but the CGI got worse. The green screen got worse. There's some right storylines and right about characters who didn't really have any issues. They try to make you force worried about the wedding, which you don't really care. The death scene, the 2 fake out deaths. Like, why did you throw that into the movie? The third act is really bad and really horrible to watch. The dust cloud at the end, it's not good, guys. It is not good. Yeah. D-. D-. And the costume design. Why Jessica Alba has a super blonde hair? No need. So that's my review of Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. If you've seen this movie, please, what do you think? Please put in the comment section. And thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdown. See you next time. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend about my series. Tell a friend about Grind Towards Success. Tell a friend about the Movie Breakdown series. If you really like these episodes, I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. It means so much. I can't tell you how much it means. Like, it's like, I'll be really grateful if you just told a friend and share and subscribe to the series. And thank you guys for watching this. Also, if you want to follow my journey outside of YouTube or Facebook, you can go to my Instagram page and you can follow me on my Instagram page at Ali_Zakka. It's right here. Put it right here in my face. That way you're like, where's his face at? Well, it's right behind the Instagram logo. Yeah, but you can follow me on my Instagram page. And also, if you want another episode of Grind Towards Success or Movie Breakdowns, you can watch the episode of Grind Towards Success right here. You can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns right there. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. See you guys next time. Keep being awesome.